Salve, and welcome to Parsing John. Today we are in chapter 1, verse 44. It's a pretty short one today, so it shouldn't be too long. Let's go ahead and get started. This is our rubric, everything that we're looking for as we go through the text. And our Latin is Erat autem Philippus a Bethsaida civitate Andreae et Petri. Very first thing that we find is our verb, which is nice. So that's third person singular. This comes from sum esse fui futurus. So this is our imperfect tense, and it is active and indicative. Was, autem means however, or but. As we take a look at this, this is a new subject, third person verb, so our quote in our previous verse does end here, so I'm going to go ahead and close that. Philippus, us here is nominative, singular, masculine, so that's our subject. Philip was, however, a Bethsaida. A here is a preposition. It takes ablative in its object. That's what we could have here with this short a, though Bethsaida is not a native Latin word, nor does it come from Greek, so in all likelihood Bethsaida here doesn't actually decline. So this is not necessarily how it would look as a proper ablative, but I don't actually know that for certain. That's something that I should have and did not look up. Sorry. From spelled the same way. Prepositional phrase should end right there, but as we take a look at this, civitate, it's not going to be the case because this ends in an E. So we can either assume another preposition with this one, or it could be that this is the locative case. I'm not aware that civitas is the type of word that has locative forms, so I'm going to assume that a prepositional phrase continues on here. This is ablative, singular, feminine. State, I believe, is the translation of that, or citizenship, technically. From Bethsaida, state, citizenship, something along those lines. Andreae et Petri. So since we've got an et here connecting Andreae and Petri, whatever one of them is, the other one has to be. AE here could be either genitive, sorry, not either, could, since there are three options, could be genitive singular, dative singular, or nominative plural. Petri, since it's got an I, this is peter, Petri, could be genitive singular or nominative plural. Well, we are only really aware of one Andrew and of one Peter, so genitive and dative are the only options for Andrew here, and genitive is the only option for Peter. Since Peter can only be genitive, Andrew can't be dative, so they both have to be genitive. Singular, masculine, that one too, of Andrew and Peter. And there we go. That's all of our English. Let's take a look at it in context, its own context. Philip, however, was from Bethsaida, state of Andrew and Peter. That's about it. One other thing that we could add is, since this is ablative singular and it's a noun, and Bethsaida is a noun, that this is actually going to be a predicate. Just a renaming of Bethsaida. So technically, if you wanted to, you could end the prepositional phrase after Bethsaida, and then we would assume from Bethsaida, from the state, as the renaming. So a repetition of that is what would be implied. I don't believe there's anything else for us to look at here, except for, of course, the greater context. Forget about that. Till tomorrow, he wished or wanted to go out into Galilee. And, sorry, it should be capitalized. I believe this is Jesus that we're talking about. He found where he finds Philip, and Jesus says to him, "Follow me." But, or however, Philip was from Bethsaida, state of Andrew and Peter. And there we go. Thank you very much for joining me. I hope taking a look at verse 44 has been helpful for you, and I hope you continue along. Have a good day. Wale.